we talk about all things interest to income. So taking what you love and actually making some money with it. So stay tuned. We're going to focus on emergency preparedness bags today. This bag right here, this is a bug out bag or an emergency grab and go bag. It goes by many different names, but my husband put this one together for me last year at Christmas time. And while it's for emergencies, it actually got me thinking about something bigger. What if you could take something that you're interested in this particular case, safety, self-reliance, emergency preparedness, and actually turn it into income? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Before I start pulling things out of this bag and we start walking through the contents, I want to say this first. I am not here to tell you what to buy or how to prep or even what to sell. I am going to show you how everyday interests like this one can turn into content for you. It can turn into education. It can turn into income streams. Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm excited that you're here today. And if you're curious about how you can start your own online business, I've linked in the description below the free blueprint that I used to start my own business, which is extremely beginner-friendly, step-by-step process. So check it out. So this is really designed to be a simple grab-and-go bag. Super practical, super easy. I'm going to actually invite my husband, Jason, to come and walk us through the contents since he is the one that put this together. But I want you, while he's doing that, to be thinking these three things. First thing, who would find this information helpful? Who would pay to learn this? And who is overwhelmed and wants simple guidance? So bear those three things in mind while Jason talks us through this. All right, so let's get into the actual bag itself. This is an emergency preparedness bag that my hubby, and I'm gonna have him, Jason, come on in, have your famous moment.
Famous moment.
So Jason is gonna go ahead and show us what he packed for me in this bag.
A lot of stuff.
I know, it's heavy.
I know.
And I love the bag.
First thing and foremost, whether you're in Montana or a desert, water. So you need a container, and there also are some water filtrations, 2 or 3 different systems in here, because if you have one, you have none. If you have 2, you have one, in case something fails.
And drinking water is always a good thing. Safe water.
Stay hydrated.
That's probably the #1 thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gloves, self-explanatory. You never know when you might need them. Sleeping bag, or bivvy they call them sometimes. So again, this is for an emergency. But
yeah, we're up in Montana and the weather can get kind of cold, so it's nice to have that.
An emergency poncho. Let's see what else. We've got a headlamp, always good. Keep your hands free while you're trying to change a tire or do whatever it is you're trying to do in the middle of the night. Some personal hygiene things, some little toilet paper, some hand sanitizer, some lip balm, some sunscreen, some wipes. Go ahead. What?
No, I was going to say, I almost feel like, I mean, that's really what this bag is for. I mean, it's grab and go, so when you walk out of your house, you just grab the whole bag, no matter really what you're doing, whether it's just around town or you're going to be up in the mountains for the day.
Yeah. Pathfinder, alcohol stove. That sort of goes with another item we have in here, and it's a full camp kit kind of thing for cooking. And again, we could open this up, but I don't know if we need to. It's got a pot, a pan, all kinds of goodies in there.
Nice.
And this actually is take number 17. Is one of the ways you can heat it, or you can use regular wood, fire, whatever, but this is a self-contained little burn unit, so that you can actually put it underneath whatever you're going to cook with.
And I like this. Look at this bag. Of course, I don't know, I feel like women are more in tune with bags, but that's a cool little bag.
Well, you got it. You can take a quick look in here. It's basically a stainless steel single wall, so you can heat it up. So you have this to store water with if you need it.
So that's the stove.
This is the actual
that's the
water
container
in. Yeah.
that goes on this.
Multi-function, and there's some other things, some utensils in there.
You're really looking out for me.
Yeah, somebody has to.
You love me.
You think?
Uh-huh.
The other thing we have, I like these little bags by Maxpedition. Been buying them. They do backpacks. Use backpack as a Maxpedition. These are different sizes. This one I think is called the Fatty. I know it's not politically correct, but you know. And so there you go. It's a basic first aid kit. Also has fire starter, some matches in there, waterproof, a lighter with some duct tape, a little can opener here. There's some fire starter stuff in here. There's a compass. So that's a good little kit, not just for first aid, but also a little bit of survival gear. Another blanket, just because, again, 1 is none, 2 is 1, so you lose 1. That's a silky saw, which is pretty cool to have. So they're one of the best. They're relatively inexpensive, and yeah. So if you have to chop something up, carabiners for basically just hanging stuff, just useful, utilitarian.
Oh, this is another nice thing. Look at this knife.
Yep, a little.
Wow, this is in case you're in the mountains or you're driving down just a normal street in town and you hit a deer, and the deer is injured, but he's not dead. You could cut its throat to kill it if you didn't have a gun.
Sounds appetizing.
What are these?
Oh, they're for taking, when you hike, the beads, basically you count them off per so far. So it gives you an idea of how far you've traveled or how far you need to travel. So there's a science to it. That's a whole other video there. This
is perfect for me. Hand warmers, toe warmers. We have lots of those in here.
So that's a basically utilitarian. It's got all kinds of different, you can use it as a little knife on the end, screwdriver. It's got different size hexes. Just a multi-tool that's flat. You can stick it in your wallet if you wanted to. You could put it in your purse, put it wherever. Again, just nice little useful thing to have. Doesn't take up much space.
This is the stove. So this goes with our other stuff, with this little doohickey.
Yeah, you can, yep.
Okay, so that's what your pot's gonna sit on.
Right, that's a separate one, but yeah, it's the same. It's called Nesbit. So that's their stove.
Playing cards, because you never know. I mean, if you're stuck overnight somewhere and you get bored.
Don't forget the dice.
Oh, and dice.
Everybody loves Farkle.
Farkle. Yeah, okay.
Okay, and paracord. Like I say, you never know when you're going to need it. Basically, you can hang stuff up, tie stuff up, repair stuff with it. Lots of little things. So again, lots of little goodies that are actually you could use on a day-to-day basis or an emergency situation. So
this is great. So I know he loves me because he put this together for me last year at Christmas time. This was one of my Christmas presents. So now I want to talk about 3 quick ways to generate some income. The first way is you're going to sell these products. So you have the packs, you have the products, you put it together and you sell it. You would have a website or some kind of a platform where you're going to sell these, and you could market them a million different ways. You niche it down. So you have an emergency grab-and-go bag for the everyday person. You have some type of a bag for apartment dwellers or city dwellers, and then the bag is slightly different for somebody who lives out in a rural area, or a caregiver bag, or a bag for your child. So lots of different ways that you can market and sell the actual physical bags. You'd have to drive traffic to your website. So social media, this is where platforms like YouTube come in, where you continue to show up weekly, delivering consistent, good, valuable knowledge. You get a following, and heck, maybe you become monetized if you're lucky. Second way that you can earn some income is affiliate income. So that basically, you look at all these products that you could feature and go into depth talking about, doing a comparison. Well, a lot of companies have affiliate programs. You apply and you get a link. So if you're talking about a specific product and you get that link and you put it in your description and somebody clicks on that link and they buy, you can earn a commission. Third way that you could look at this for income is downloadable products. So what do I mean by that? This here is all physical. So if we weren't looking at physical and we wanted something that was downloadable, checklists or guides. People out there might want to make their own bug out bags, emergency bags, and so they might not know where to start or what to include. So think of the value that you could give them, all the different ways that you could have guides for them on different topics regarding their own bags. Another idea there would be like a mini course. If you put together a series of videos and people find enough value in what you're saying, they will buy those videos. Same with a webinar. You know, you have a 1 or 2 day webinar talking about, you know, the knowledge that you have, and there you go, some additional income. So I think another little takeaway, so those were the 3 income areas. Another little takeaway is just knowing that you don't have to be an absolute expert. You do not have to be the Navy SEAL of emergency bags. Yes, that would come in handy. You just need to know more than the average Joe. You need to know more than somebody else so that when you speak, you're bringing some value. That is what I wanted to share with you today. In closing, I want to say that if you're interested in how you could take your own interests and turn it into income, I want to encourage you, check out the link in my description. I have a free blueprint. It shows what I am doing right now to have an online business, and I actually don't use physical products. I personally use downloadable or digital products, and it's a great beginner-friendly step-by-step program. I want to also encourage you to like and subscribe this video, and I hope that you'll be back.